So good morning, Dan and Abby. Warm welcome to Singapore. Okay, so you've both been part of teams as well that has been made up of many different nationalities. So what does that also teach you about leadership?
Playing sport and representing the United States, we're such a melting pot of cultures and there's a lot of diversity. And for me with leadership, it's taking into different people's perspectives and channeling that into a thorough approach to whether it's a problem or the best solve for something. That's one thing that's so challenging, I feel, as a leader or as a team is not only pulling the best out of everyone, but finding the right combinations of people, because you're going to have folks who are intrinsically motivated, but then you're going to have the people who rely on their teammates to pull the best out of them. And how do you pull together this team, whether it's success on the pitch or in the boardroom, to get those outcomes?
For me, I think really understanding the people that work in your organization or sporting team is really important. We all come from different backgrounds and cultures, and respecting that and actually embracing it and using it as a tool to bring in alignment is really important.
So it sounds very much like the diversity and inclusion is really key, right, in building really strong teams. And I know they always say that diversity is inviting someone to the dance, and inclusion is actually getting them to dance, right? So just celebrating the different nationalities and getting the best out of each of the team members. So rugby is a sport of twists and turns, and you've faced many in your career, I'm sure. So what was it like dealing with those, and how did you show some resilience in that process?
Yeah, sport can be pretty brutal at times. You work so hard and you set goals and there's certain things that you want to achieve, and often those things are taken away from you, whether that's a really tough loss or an injury or a setback. But it really does set you up for life, because in life you're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days. So there's been situations in my career where I've had a really serious setback through injury or losing a World Cup playoff game. And through that time, it's really important to kind of share your emotions. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be disappointed. It's okay to cry, because, this means something to you.
Yeah. Okay. So, rugby has always been a team sport. And so I think in all your careers and as you're playing the games, you've made many friends across a network of many different countries.
Yeah, man, that's one of the beauties of rugby. It's just opening up the world of opportunities, and whether that's playing in different countries, whether that's traveling to parts of the world you've never been to before, whether that's creating new friendships. So some of my best friends now are opponents that I used to play against. We had very similar values and just those friends and bonds that you create on a sporting field, last for a lifetime.
No, I agree. Well, I'd be able to.
Playing rugby sevens and getting to be a part of the HSBC 7 series, traveling the globe and meeting people, whether it's on the pitch or off it, in my playing career or now being a retired athlete, and experiencing the diversity and the cultures and different perspectives has just helped me grow and evolve as a person. And that's off the pitch.
That's been a real highlight of our trip here at Singapore, is actually getting to the grassroots and running that coaching clinics with the children here in Singapore. And there's some talent here. It is incredible. Have you seen the same?
I think I got goosed up like 4 times yesterday in the clinic, and these kids are up for it. But like HSBC's World of Opportunity has got over 500,000 kids playing, and that's so incredible. And to be able to get a ball in these kids' hands from a young age, to teach them the values of rugby, the discipline, the teamwork, the respect, that will only help them later in life.
I agree. I think that's been such an integral part of what we've been wanting to do in Singapore, is to ensure that the sporting events that we bring to Singapore continue to engage the communities and give, I think, the kids, especially from less privileged situations, right, an opportunity to participate and to learn from the sport. I think the sport really brings in a lot of great lessons, right? Whether it's sense of purpose, right, teamwork, right, collaboration, right, and the ability, right, to be able to have that discipline to achieve, an outcome and a result that they can all collectively celebrate together.